Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the stage, State Representative John Bucy.
Hello, Texas Democrats. I'm State Representative John Bucy. I'm Vice Chair of the Elections Committee, lifelong Austinite, proud dad to two amazing girls, a damn proud Texas Democrat. But these days, honestly, I'm probably best known as James Tallarico's desk mate. Now, all jokes aside, nothing positive in Texas history has ever come easy. The people of this state have fought for everything we've ever gotten. That's the story of Texas, and it's my story too. I started my political career in deep red Williamson County. When I first ran for state representative in 2014, nobody thought we could win. They said it was impossible. They said the district was too Republican. They said we should wait our turn. And maybe they were right, because I got my ass kicked. I lost by 13 points. And it would have been easy to walk away. It would have been easy to say, I gave it a good shot and move on. But if I had done that, my community would still be represented by someone who voted to defund public schools and then bragged about denying health care to Texans who needed it most. So the day after I lost, I got back to work. We organized. We built Democratic clubs. We invested in the grassroots. We committed to working year-round. And 4 years later, we flipped that seat from red to blue, a 23-point swing. Not because somebody gave us permission, not because the odds suddenly changed, but because the people showed up and did the work. Texans know that when something is worth fighting for, we don't care how hard it is. We get back up, we organize, and we win. Now here's the thing. Greg Abbott, Dan Patrick, Ken Paxton, Donald Trump, they know that too. They know what happens when Texans organize. They know what happens when Texans vote. As vice chair of the Elections Committee, I've spent the last 8 years leading the fight for the freedom to vote in Texas. And let me tell you something. If your vote didn't matter, Republicans wouldn't spend so much damn time trying to take it away. We just lived through another shameless mid-decade redistricting power grab. An attack on democracy designed to dilute the voices of black and brown Texans and lock in Republican power for another generation. And every legislative session, Texas Republicans come back with the same playbook. Make it harder to vote. Make it easier to silence voices. Make it tougher for Texans to hold them accountable. And they do it for one simple reason. They can't defend what they've done to this state. After 30 years of Republican control, Texas families are struggling to afford housing. Healthcare remains out of reach for millions. Our public schools are under attack, while political insiders and billionaire donors get everything they want. And instead of fixing those problems, they would rather divide us. They attack our immigrant neighbors. They attack LGBTQ plus Texans. They attack public education. They attack our Muslim brothers and sisters. They even attack our teachers and libraries. And when that isn't enough, they change the rules and rig the maps because they're afraid. They're afraid Texans might finally demand something better. And that's exactly why this election matters. Because this election isn't just about what we're against. It's about what we're for. We're fighting for a Texas where every child can get a great education, where families can do more than just afford to get by, where Texans have high-quality health care close to home, where hard work still means something, where democracy works and every voice is heard. Where the table is big enough for everyone. And I know that Texas is possible because I've seen it happen. I watched a community that everyone wrote off prove the naysayers wrong. If we can do it in Williamson County, we can do it anywhere in Texas. Know this, Texas Democrats. What matters most is what we do next. We are not the bystanders in the story of our future. We are the authors. The power to create change lies within each of us. So let this be the death of despair. Let this be the end of cynicism. Let this be the moment Texans stand up and say, no more. Now is the time to turn hope into action. Together, we will defeat Ken Baxton and elect James Tallarico to the United States Senate. Together, we will defeat Greg Abbott and elect Gina Hinojosa governor of Texas. Together, we will elect Vicki Goodwin, Nathan Johnson, and Democrats up and down the ballot. Together, we will reject MAGA extremism and build a Texas as good as its promise. And together, we will take back Texas. Let's get to work, Texas Democrats. Thank you.